And you have to add the 2 sets of parentheses because it's telling Excel that it wants it to do weight over height squared and do that formula and equation first and then multiply by that by 730 so that it doesn't do 730 times weight and get that number and then divide by height squared. So yeah, you just have to put the extra parentheses so it knows to actually calculate that fraction first, weight divided by height squared, and then multiply that number by 730. So let's actually put this into Excel, and this is exactly what you're going to do. So in Excel, let's pop back to Excel. And again, you can do any equation in Excel you want. You really can. You don't have to use the actual functions they have. You have plus, minus, times, divide. And in this case, usually on your computer, you have the 6 key, and it has that caret. I'll show you, I just wrote it. This, on your computer, that caret means something to a power. So if I wanted to do 3 squared, entering it in Excel, it would be 3, and you would type in the caret 2. That caret means exponent. So that caret 2 means 3 to the 2nd power, or 3 squared. So maybe that'll help a little bit. That's just how Excel works. So entering it into Excel for BMI, you get, so we have equals, and I'm going to do, sorry if it's wiggly. Here we go. 730. And then the X is times. And then just ignore Excel. It's just trying to figure out what you're doing. Times. So now I have parentheses. And I'm going to do my weight. So looking in Excel, what is my weight column? Let's scroll. So weight is this column over here. So my first BMI, this is one person. One person is 190 pounds and 67 inches. So you will calculate the BMI of this person. So you can type it in, you can click on it, but it's going to be that's C3. So scrolling back down. So it's going to be, so now it has parentheses. I'm going to manually put in parentheses, C3, and then the backspace, that button, you see that? That means divided by, and now I have to do another set of parentheses, and now I have to do the height squared, and so this column was my height, so if I scroll back up, you can see the cell, if C3 was weight, B3 is going to be their height. So scrolling back down, then it's going to be divided by, now I have parentheses, B3, and now you do the, oopsie, sorry, fat fingers. Yep. So B3, shift 6, caret top, squared, and then do 2 close parentheses. Because I have 1, 2 open parentheses and 1, 2 closed. And then hit enter. And now it really doesn't like what I entered. Oh, okay, I see. So what it's just saying is I used X here, if you can see my cursor. I used the X as multiply, and that's not it. It's actually the asterisk, which is above your 8. So your 8 key is 8 star, like this. Excel wants me to use this to indicate multiplying, not my X. No. So it's just saying, hey, can I auto-correct your equation to substitute in the asterisk? And I'm going to hit yes. So now clicking back on here, if you go back up to the top, I'm actually going to write this out on the piece of paper for you because it's really blurry. I don't know why, again, my camera can't focus on it, but equals, I'm writing it out right now so you know what I'm doing. C3 divided by, see, I need to look away, C3, I can't even tell looking through my camera, B3 caret top 2. There you go. That is BMI 730, so it's the asterisk, which indicates multiplication, and then it's open parentheses, C3, backspace, open parentheses, B3, caret top, 2, and then 2 close parentheses. And that is your BMI. Now the cool thing with Excel is if you, this is BMI, you could say for person 1, but what about the BMI if I enter for person 2? Now the cool thing is Excel just kind of fills it in for you. See how I'm going here? See it goes the big white plus to the small black plus. If I scroll down like this, okay, now you're like, okay, it says 37.244, but what the hell is that? We'll click on it, and if you look, now go back up here. I know it's blurry. It's not really focusing. But here it did C4 and B4. So that is actually your next person. You don't have to keep retyping in your BMI equation. And if you do it again, see I have big, some more light. I have the big plus, and I go to the little black plus, and scroll down again, I get 32.55. That, now if I click on it, go up here, now it's filled in C5 and B5. So you don't have to keep doing the equation. You can actually just get this little black square, or here, see white, and now it's black, and scroll all the way down through, I think it's like 15 data point, or 15 cells, and now you have, now you've done your BMI. And if you want to double check that it's correct, anytime you click on the cell, you can go back up here and see that it's right. And I don't know, I might have gone past, it might start getting funky, because if I started to do the BMI past B16, which I think I did, it's going to start taking, you know, this divided by this squared. So just go down and make sure your BMI equation stops at cell B16, which would be right here. That says B15. If I know you can't, it's not focusing. That says these are B and C15, and we know our data goes through B16. Oh, nope, so I stopped right. So I'm going to go down one more. So now you have BMIs for cells 3 through 16. And again, click on them. You can double check. It's up here. So that's how you do it. I think he wants it too where you do the mins for this. So that's easy. Again, you can watch me do it. It is, this is equals, I think my cap lock is still on, M-I-N. And this is going to be, this is C now, so shift, so it's going to be C3 colon C16 and end there. And now that is your minimum. Now for max, same thing, equals M-A-X, open parentheses, that's going to be C3 colon C16, end parentheses, enter. And then standard deviation is equals STDEV, there, open parentheses, C3 colon C16, close parentheses, enter. And now you're not going to do the BMI